In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create videos with the Video Manager. So once inside of the Video Manager tab, you've actually got three areas that you can create videos with. The batch video, video timeline, and batch videos using text-to-speech. I prefer working with the batch video and video timeline because our developers are still working on the batch video using text-to-speech because we have some synchronization issues. So anyway, let me show you how to work with a batch video to start with. So inside a batch video, you've got 5 steps. Step 1, images, videos and audio. Step 2, article and text. Step 3, watermarking. Step 4, video configuration. And step 5, save and process. So let me show you how to work with this. You can search for images here as well. So for example, we've got SEO. We can choose whatever area. We can choose Flickr, for example. Click on search. We can download individual images by clicking these here, or we can multi-select images if we want to multi-select them, and then we can click on download all. It's going to ask us to choose a location and we can download them. Okay, so I've actually got some images, so I'm going to add some background images. I'll add them first and I'll show you what I'm using in a moment. So I'm going to click on down and get to my folder. So I'm going to do big SEO. I've got some images inside of there. I'm not going to use filler images, but I'll explain filler images to you in a moment. I'm going to add an intro image, which is going to be front, and I'm going to add an outro image, which I'm going to use, which I've actually called logo. A bit silly, but I'm going to add a zoom effect to both of them. Enable zoom. I can choose zoom in or zoom out. I'm going to use zoom in for both of them. I'm going to add videos as well, video clips. I'm going to explain everything to you in a moment, and I've got them underneath internet clips. Okay, I'm going to add audio tracks, and I've got a bunch of audio tracks in there, and I'm going to add a voiceover as well, and my voiceovers are in voices, they're in old, and they're in big SEO. Okay, and I'm going to enable the voiceover. I'm going to have the voiceover as 100% volume, and the audio tracks as about, let's say, 30% volume. I'm going to loop the audio track as well. What I'm going to do now is add my settings on here. I'm going to use 3 images. Okay, I'll use 4 images. I'm going to have the duration of the images, I'm going to have as between 0.5 seconds and 1 second. Okay, I'm going to have videos. I'm going to add 1 video. Yeah, I'm just going to add 1 video. Obviously, it depends on how long your audio is, how long you want the videos for and everything as well, how long your video clips are as well. I'll show you my video clips in a moment. I'm going to add a maximum, I'm going to add 1 video, minimum and maximum, so there's only going to be 1 video in there. I'm going to add videos every 1 image, so it's going to have, I'll actually use 3, so it's going to have 1 image, then it's going to have a video, then an image and an image. So it's going to be pretty cool. Okay, you can add multiple videos in here as well. You can have minimum and maximum ranges as well, because you can create multiple videos that have multiple durations as well. So with the intro image, I'm going to have it as 0.5 seconds to 1 second, and with the outro I'll leave it on 3.3 to 4 seconds, and let me show you exactly what I've done. So for my background images, I'm using images from here, big SEO. So let me just actually make these extra large so you can see these. So these are images that I'm using as the background images. Okay, for the intro image I'm using front, so that's here. Let me make this large as well so you can see this. So I'm using this as the front image, so the very starter image. Okay, for the actual outro image, I'm using this logo. Let me just open it up from here so you can see it's got my telephone number and everything on there. It isn't a telephone number I use now or anything like that. It's just I found some nice graphics, I'm using them. For the video clips, let me show you the video clips. I've got internet clips. Now I've got a bunch of clips in here. The software is going to randomly choose one for each video that it makes. I've actually made some of the clips myself. I've taken some of the clips from Video Blocks, and let me just show you what I mean. So this is a clip that is 6 seconds long, somebody just using the keyboard. This is a clip that I made myself using Camtasia, and this is 8 seconds long, and it's going to bing.com. Okay, this is one from Video Blocks, and they're searching for weddings Okay, and so anyway, yeah, I'm adding these inside of, this one's a YouTube one from Video Blocks as well. So anyway, I'm adding these inside of video clips. I'm adding audio. Let me show you my audio. Oops. As you can see, I've got 6 audio tracks in there. They're all different audios, they're all different lengths, and I've told the software to loop the audio as well if the actual video becomes longer. And what the software does, it goes and uses whatever one of these audio tracks for each video, and then it goes back around and uses the audio tracks again. So if you wanted to use just the one audio track, you can still only have just the one audio track in there. And for my voiceover, I used our text-to-speech converter. I'll actually show you the voices, then old big SEO.
As a leading UK-based SEO company.
5 seconds long.
As a leading UK-based.
We can actually see the length of these here. So we've got 46, 46. So we've got about 49 seconds, which is the longest one so far. Oh, 50 seconds there. So we want to make the videos around 50 seconds long. But the software in step 5 does give us an estimate of how long it's going to take. But what it doesn't, this isn't precise whatsoever, guys. So I'm going to show you in this video how to calculate this. So let's say, for example, we've got this between 0.5 and 1 second. So let's just say this is 1 second long for the background images, and we've got 3 background images in there, and we've got 1 video clip in there as well. Now let's say the video clips are about 9 seconds, so we've got to add that onto it as well. Now when we're having intro and outro images and we're adding the zoom, zooms can take up to 2 seconds or even 1 second. So you've got the zoom effect, and then you've got the 1 second wait on here. You've got the zoom effect, then you've got the 4 second wait on here as well. So we need to account for all these as well. Now article and text, you can have article and text in here. I'm not going to show you how to do that at the moment. Well, actually I will. So we'll have hello. Okay, we'll have big SEO. Okay, we'll do something better. Increase visitors, get traffic, make sales. Okay, and what we can do, we can actually click on preview, and when we click on preview, it gives us a preview of how it will look down here. What I'm going to do though, and you can click on pop out and you can see a preview here as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on settings, and in settings you can change the size and everything if you want to as well, and you can choose the actual font in here that you want to use as well. You can auto size it. If you want to let the software auto size it, then you can. I'm not going to though. I'm going to use the text animation. Text animation means that it's going to move the text around, and you can choose how many seconds it's going to take to move that text around. So if we say 2 seconds, then it's going to move the text around for 2 seconds. And we've got to think of that as well. And text will only be added to the background images, so I'll show you that in a moment. So the background images, we've got 3 images we're saying to add. We're adding intro images, we're adding outro images, we're adding videos as well, but this text here will only get added when it's you using a background image. Okay, so we're actually using text animation as well, so 2 seconds for that as well. Okay, watermarking, sorry, we can add URLs. If we want to add URLs, we'll add the URL here. I don't want to add a URL. If we want to add a watermark, we can add a watermark here, which I don't want to do. If you want to add a watermark picture image, then you can do as well, which I don't want to do either, so I'm going to leave this step here. Step 4, video configuration. Okay, so I'm going to leave everything as is. We can increase the quality here to make a better quality video. Now it's very important, if you're using video clips, then it's very, very important in step 4 that you leave this format left as MPG so that the software can work in raw formats. And then here you can click on web optimized, which will then convert that MPG file into an MP4 file. So I'll show you exactly how this works when we're actually creating the videos. Okay, so transitions and zooms. So transitions and zooms, these are transitions between images and videos. So the ones that I like working with is the fade transition. I like working with the blur transition. I like working with the bottom top transition, the left right transition, the right left transition and the top bottom transition. You got loads of transitions that you can actually work with in here, and we may be adding more transitions as well. Now the background effects, so you can actually have effects on the actual videos, sorry, on the actual images themselves. Now again, this adds extra seconds on here as well. You can add zooms and whatnot. I'm going to add some pan effects. So I'm going to add pan top left. I'm going to add all the pan effects here actually, because I think they're pretty cool. You can add blur effects as well, so we'll just use the pan effects here, and then you can choose a speed for them here. So we'll add the speed as number 3, and we can tell the software how many videos to make. So we'll actually make just the one video now, just to give us an estimate of how long this is going to be. So this is saying 43 seconds, so I think the video is going to be way too long for our voiceover, because our voiceover is only about 50 seconds. So what I'll do here is I'll quickly leave these on 0.5. I'll come down here. I'll leave these on 0.5. Now the end one doesn't really matter, because the end one is going to be super quick. Sorry, because the end one's going to be right at the end, and we don't need voiceover for that. So it's still saying we've got a long one there, but let's see how it turns out. So I'm going to choose a save location. I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to go to test videos. I'm going to make a new folder, new big, okay, and I'm going to save everything in there. I'm going to use 10 threads, which is the maximum threads, and I'm going to click on process videos. Now it can take a little bit of time, depending on what our selection is, what transitions we've selected, whether we've selected to use text movement or not, whether we've selected to use zoom ins and zoom out. So I'm going to put this on pause for a second, and then I'll be back in a minute to show you exactly how that turned out. Okay, so this is the actual folder that everything's getting saved to. So this is new big, and everything's getting saved to here. So as you can see, the software is working with multiple threads. It's creating transitions, it's creating multiple videos, and then it's going to join everything together. And once it's done, it's going to actually have a MPG file, and then it's going to convert that MPG file to an MP4. So let me put this on pause and come back in a second. Okay, so here's the MPG file and here's the MP4 file. So it's converting the file here as well. Once it's been converted, then it's going to remove and delete the MPG file. Okay, so there you go, it's done. Video's created successfully, and that's been done. Now this video here is actually 53 seconds long, so that's a pretty cool length for our voiceover. So let's actually play this and see how it looks.
As a leading UK-based SEO company and consultants, we pride ourselves in having the skilled staff and techniques needed to get your site where it needs to be it SEO services, SEO training, or SEO advice. One thing you can be sure of when commissioning big SEO techniques is that we are results driven, and results is what you will get, whatever your needs. On-site SEO, off-site optimization, social media marketing, web design, or even advertising. Call us today to speak to an expert. And for a no obligations, free quote on 01733530788.
Okay, so this is our final image, which is absolutely brilliant. Okay, now what I personally like to do, I don't actually like to add text when I've got voiceovers, because sometimes you need to sync them, and sometimes you don't have syncing issues or whatnot, unless of course everything's different. So I like to remove all the text. I'm not going to add any of these text movements down here. Oops, I'll click on apply. So we're not having any text on here whatsoever. Now, of course, if I actually create a video, so let me create another video now, it's still saying 43 seconds, but we'll actually see how that makes a difference to the actual video length. So we've got this one here, which is actually 53 seconds with text on there. Now I'm making the same video again without text on there, to see exactly how much difference it makes. So I'll be back in a few seconds. Okay, so here's the MPG file, and it's got the MP4 file there as well, and then it's going to remove and delete the MPG file and just keep the MP4 file. Okay, brilliant. So here it is here. So as you can see, this is actually 49 seconds now, and this one was 53 seconds. So there's about a 4-second difference there. Now, if we used all of our voiceovers, and some could cut out, but I think 49 seconds is about perfect. So let's have a look.
As a leading UK-based SEO company and consultants, we pride ourselves in having the skilled staff and techniques needed to get your site where it needs to be it SEO services, SEO training, or SEO advice. One thing you can be sure of
with all of this is I can actually come back onto video configuration. I can tell the software now, you know what, I want to make 10 videos, I want to make 20 videos, I want to make 30 videos. What we'll do is we'll just make 10 videos for now, for example, even 100 videos if you wanted to make 100 videos. And on this step as well, guys, you can add intro clips and outro clips. So if your intro clips and outro clips actually had audio with them as well, then you can add your intro clips and outro clips, and then you can tell the software, you know what, I want to use, you'd have to click on here first, enable intro and outro clips, and then you can tell the software what videos to use for your intro and outro clips, and you can tell the software that you want to use your audio that's already inside of your intro and outro clip, and it'll allow you to do that here. But we're not going to be doing that. Now, if you're creating something like 100, or let's say, for example, you're creating 30 videos or 40 videos, anything above 30 or 40, then it's always a good idea, or it's going to make your video production much faster if you click on Quick Spin. Now, what Quick Spin does is that what the actual software does, it has to create multiple transitions for you. Now, these multiple transitions are going to be based on whatever your selection is down here. Now, if you tell the software you want to do a quick spin, then if it comes across two images that it wants to perform a transition for that it's done before, then it's going to reuse those images, because sometimes it can take up to 30 to 40 images, even 60, 70 images to create a transition. The software will reuse them transitions, saving it time, and you'll start to see the time difference and how quicker it gets after about 10-15 videos into the software. But that's obviously depending on how many videos or how many images you have inside of the background images folder. Okay, once you've done that, you can choose random speeds as well. You can change the speeds from here as well. So there's everything in here to make everything totally random for you. And then you can tell the software, you know what, let's process the videos. The software's going to go out there and process 10 videos for us now. And it's going to use obviously the multiple images that we've added in step 1, multiple audio tracks, multiple voiceovers, and it's going to go and create random videos for us, which is really cool because it's going to have different transitions and different background effects and everything in there as well. So anyway, this is how you can work with the video manager batch videos. In the next video, I'll show you how to work with the timeline.